Hey guys, so I'm doing a deck profile once again today. EX8 has come out, and I've already found the best deck in the format. You don't even need to worry, okay? And as you guys know in the video, it is in fact Dark Masters. Now before you click off and think I'm crazy, alright, at least listen to the deck profile. I'll go over the cards. I won't go insanely in-depth on how to play each individual matchup, and I'm still doing more testing, so hopefully I find even more insane sauce to bring this deck to light. However, let's get into the deck profile. Playing 4 Mother D Reapers. This card has so much synergy in the list between Medieval Gallant, Shotos, and the Mega Digimon Assembly that we play. Being able to give us the white source that we need, so that way even if your opponent doesn't have a level 6, you can still go into the Ultimate Chaosmon. Being able to be a 15k body that you can suspend for the Medieval Gallant, giving it 26k beater, so that way you can beat even over cards like Gallant X after they've been set up. And then Shoto obviously being for a unaffected blocker. Really good. Off onto our list, we're playing no 3s, 4s, but we are playing a lot of 5s. We're playing 4 of each, the Gigadramon and the Lay Devi Searcher. We're playing 4 of these. The black because it is the best one, in my opinion, because it synergizes the most with the aces that we've chosen to play. And the purple and the black because they can be played off of Zort from the trash. These cards are really important. You usually want to see 1 or 2 of them in your hand, and we also play cards to find more copies of these. And then for the remainder of the level 5s, we're playing 1 Wisemon, though I want to mess with the ratios a little bit. I have come to really enjoy Wisemon again, because we're playing more of the Searchers, and because our game plan now revolves, once again, more around the Dark Masters engine, rather than trying to stick a level 5 and then threaten aces. I really enjoy this card. It being purple and black as well gives us a lot of utility for what we can kind of do. Over here, we're playing 2 Edamon. I mean, obviously, because we're playing aces, this card's really good. It gets around a lot of really annoying floodgates like Hexablow as well, because you can force them to swing into you, and then Blast Digivolve, getting rid of that body really easily. And then obviously it being black means that you can play it out using the Zort, so you can get multiple effects of even 2 Edamon as long as you find 1 and you're able to get in rotation. Then up next, we're playing 2 Metal Tyrannomon. This card is a more consistent version of the Rapidmon. Let me proxy real quick. The Rapidmon here. The difference is this one can't be deleted, whereas this one can't be de-digivolved. But either one can be bottom decked or bounced to hand, which is why we play it. We play it for the blue matchups like Mirage or like Galaxy Toolbox. The requisite requirement to get the effect though for Rapid is to have a green tamer in play, and obviously we only play 1 green tamer, so there are certain times where Rapid isn't really useful. However, this guy's requirement to not be bounced is simply just suspending himself as it comes out, and then it'll de-digivolve something and then get that requisite effect, which is also really good. However, obviously in current format, being able to be immune to deletion is more valuable than being immune to de-digivolving. So there are definitely pros and cons. You can take the Metal Tyrannomon out and instead run a Rapid, maybe 1-in-1 split, maybe just 2 Rapids and 0 Metal Tyrannomons. There was a scenario as well where my opponent had a Hexablow, and I actually couldn't suspend the Metal Tyrannomon to prevent the bouncing effect, or to give it the immune to bouncing effect in de-digivolve, which ended up losing me the game, because my opponent was able to out the Metal Tyrannomon that I had gone into because I forgot the way it worked. And so that's something that you can kind of keep in mind and try to figure out what ratios work best for you. Obviously, in those blue decks, they'll play Hexablow, so they will also get rid of your green tamer for your rapid effects. So it's like a weird, ooh, Hexablow really hurts us in a lot of ways, unfortunately, if we're trying to be immune to bounce. And then up next, we got our Dark Master package, which is 4, 3, and 2. 4 Machine, because I think it's the best one. 3 Piedmon, because I think if we were running it at 4, it'd be a little bricky. And at 7, because of how much our deck searches for level 6s, we're consistently going to find at least some number of these 2. And then 2 Metal Siegramon, because it has the strongest inheritable and has the best use cases, I think, for our top end to really get the most use out of, from Imperial Dramon Paladin mode, being able to digivolve into this on your turn or be a blast target on the opponent's turn, which is something they usually don't think of. For Ultimate Chaosmon, this is the card that you really want to have underneath it to give it even more utility. Placing an Ultimate Chaos with a Pied and a Metal Sea underneath, the Metal Sea from trash and the Pied one either from trash or from the thing, makes it so that way it's like, even if they do try to delete it by battle, you'll still get the value out of the card by getting a retaliation going. Up next, we've got 3 Vikemon. This card is insanely good. I want to run it at 4, but also the deck list is so tight now that I can't justify running it at 4, especially with how consistently we're searching for it and how available it is to you, even from the trash, to kind of get back out using Zort defeat, using just the regular Omnimon Zort. This card is such a pivotal piece in so many different matchups, from Purple Hybrid preventing them from being able to swing with their Duskmon, to Digivolve and Trash from Velgar, to Great Demon Lords preventing them from being able to go into the Gudamon, the Egg. There's so much I could just say about this singular card that really does so much. It's why we also haven't moved over to the new black-blue ace, the Mega Seedramon, or the Metal Seedramon, whatever it is. Essentially the blue guy here. The new Metal Seedramon, because it doesn't do what this Vikemon does in the deck. 2 Shadow Seraphi, and then 2 Mega Gargo. The ratios here are a bit weird. I kind of want to switch them out. I think Mega Gargo is a bit more useful sometimes, but Shadow Seraphi is such a house when it needs to be that it's hard to really say which one is more useful. I lost a game where if I had a Shadow Seraphi and if I had a Mega Gargo instead, I won the game. But there were also scenarios where I was like, man, I really wish I could just hard play a level 7 ace and like really start putting pressure on the field, whereas this guy doesn't get the on-play effect. It doesn't have an on-play effect like this one does, and this one also has, I think, more utility on field than this guy does comparatively, where this guy just does 2 checks a turn. This one provides a consistent blocker and minus DP, so it can swing above its weight class pretty consistently. I think both are really good. I'm not sure the exact ratios I want to run there. And then up next, we're running 3 Medieval Gallant. It's a custom card, guys. It's a custom card. They made this card just for me. They said, hey, we know you love Dark Masters. Here's a card just for you, my friend. And I said, thank you so much. It does everything you want to. It's pressure on the board. It is a consistent floodgate that your opponent has to deal with. It's a way of removing huge DP stacks as well because it's vortexing. Again, the threshold that you beat over just raw right now is 26,000 DP because we will have a Mother D Reaper out pretty consistently. It's super, super good. I love it a lot. 2 Ultimate Chaos. I think that 2 is probably fine. I wouldn't add the third, but I'm considering adding a third option because right now I play it 2-2 split between the option and the Ultimate Chaos. But I really want to see the option more consistently, and because of how easy it is to find the Ultimate Chaos in the deck right now, I really value it a lot. With Imperial taking a step back in the meta, a lot of decks really care about trying to delete your guys and not as much when it comes to source stripping, or trying to get rid of your guys and not as much when it comes to source stripping, which is where Ultimate Chaos really shines, as well as with the inclusion of Medieval Gallant now. Being able to get a Medieval Gallant underneath the stack and then partitioning out the Medieval Gallant plus another one of your strong level 6 aces, or even one of your Dark Masters, like going Machinedramon Medieval Gallant partition outside of the Ultimate Chaosmon, feels fantastic because you de-digivolve something twice, and then you also can suspend something and then also pop a 11k body, depending on how many things are suspended on the field, which is great. It's also great removal and great pressure. And then up next, we're playing 4 Omnimon Zort. This card is really good. It's, I think, the entire reason the deck works down to its core. It allows you to really get a resource loop going, of going Omnimon Zort, play back 2 like Searchers, or play out 2 like utility level 5s, or play out 2 of your utility aces that you really want to get value out of. I think it's super good there. This card is the heart and soul. I would not play it at anything less than 4 at this deck. 2 Imperialdramon Paladin modes. I play 2 because I really like the idea of having an infinite loop when it comes to like going against another stall deck. Being able to just hard play this out, affect their trash if I need to, is utility. Being able to give it blocker with our own Metal Sea. It's white, so we can also digivolve on our turn. It has good aggression. It gets around some really weird like sticky board states, as well as it really plays into, I think, one of our weaker cards being Hexablow, getting stripping of all its sources. Feels really good. And then being able to put back an Imperialdramon Paladin mode into our deck, resetting our trash, as well as allowing us to continue on like this infinite grind game feels great. And then we're playing 1 APOC, obviously. I mean, you'll win through this card so many times. It's just really good. I would not play it. I would not play it. We're playing 3 Analog Use. I was playing this at 4 in the prior list. However, I think that I really want to consistently hit off of my Searchers. Pulling 2 level 6s out every single time. 2 level 6s or higher. So I think that cutting this down feels really good. I have considered putting back in the metal Garurumon aces, the purple mono purple ones, because since we're not playing 4, we're setting up our trash a lot slower. And there are a couple times with Ultimate Chaos where I'm like, man, I really wish I had a couple more level 6s, but because of the speed of the game that it's gone so far, and we haven't, like, say, found any Shotos, it's really hard for us to take the time to set up our trash to really get a good Ultimate Chaos Mon going. So that's a current problem that I'm experiencing with the list. For Shoto, I mean, if you see a Shoto against a lot of decks, it really just slows down the game enough to allow you to do what you need. And even if you don't see it, that's fine. I think the deck is good enough without it. That's why I'm also not playing any Mons right now, though you could argue that. But if you do play Mons, I think you have to up the tamer count to make it more valuable. And I just don't think there are any really good tamers aside from Shoto that I really want to be finding hardcore right now. And then finally, 2 Mega Digimon Assembly. As I said before, I really think I kind of want to add a third one in. Maybe take out some analogs, maybe put in a couple more Metal Garurumons, and see how that feels. But yeah, this was just a really quick guide. I usually go a bit more in depth with my deck profiles, but there's so much I can really talk about for this deck. So let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in seeing a huge, like probably like hour, 2 hour long, primer going over the current matchups that I understand with this deck, how it kind of places in the meta, and why I think it's in a pretty good position right now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to y'all later.